Peggy 18.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of The Outer Worlds after quite a long time. Unfortunately, I ran into quite the pickle with recording. Well, I have figured out that so far I have been only using OBS, and well, I actually purchased the capture card from Elgato, and it is installed. However, it was doing a whole lot of stuff it was not supposed to. So I actually tried to capture this episode like 4 times, and each time the video got somehow corrupted. It was totally buggy or just choppy. It was completely unusable. And after 2 weeks of getting response after a week each from Elgato support, I was finally able to figure out what is my fucking issue. And I swear to God, I have looked through YouTube and nobody recommended this as a solution. So if you want to know how I fixed this, maybe I can make a video for that too. So let me know in the comment section. Maybe it will one day save someone else the trouble of waiting for a freaking week till someone from the support reaches out. I mean, seriously, they must have some serious backlog thanks to COVID and people being at home trying to do the whole streaming shebang, but who knows. Anyhow, so we are still in the city of Fallbrooks, and we have a bunch of quests here which I want to fulfill. Unfortunately, because I have been doing these quests for like 5 times, the same quests over and over again, I just no longer have the joy of doing these as I would have the first or second or heck third time. 4th time was pushing it, but hopefully, fingers crossed, this time the footage will actually work. Otherwise, I am shipping the freaking capture card to the manufacturer, and I am stopping this franchise to be released and published on the channel, because I don't know what the hell to tell you otherwise. So we are in the town of Fallbrooks, and we have a bunch of quests to do. So, yeah, let's go and talk to Catherine and see if we can pick up those quests.
Come for vice or virtue? Because we only sell one here.
Actually, I'm the fixer for your sublight problem.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia.
Okay, right, the LTVT stuff that Lilia mentioned.
So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Okay, so remind me what the LTVT gas is. I can get it done. Define safe. Are you kidding me? So we can go with define safe.
Meaning safe for me and my crew. Seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk.
Okay, remind me what the LTVT gas is.
Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market.
Okay, I can get it done.
I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
Okay, so I'll find a way around the mantisaurs.
Clever. That's why Lilia's paying you, I take it. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills, or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Okay, Good thing we have an engineer. Parvati will handle it. Our resident vicar is pretty good with computers. He could hack it. The plasma option sounds fun. Better do this safely. I've got only one ship. Okay, we can go with the Parvati
Danny,
option.
did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
I might be interested.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
I get the feeling this is gonna involve murder and mayhem.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Okay, so what specifically do you want me to do? Easy as eating a cysty pig pie. Any tips on how I might get in?
If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
Okay. Say I just kill Clive.
Sometimes the simplest solution is the sweetest. I don't give a whit about the method or the means, just the end.
Sounds good.
It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Okay, so we can actually go see this guy in the goods store, but the problem is we require certain specifications in our skills. So we need to have like super high persuade or something in order for us to be able to request these. Otherwise, he just won't be willing to part ways with them.
Guaranteed mold free. Was that 75% mold free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Okay, Catherine said you can give me an ID cartridge for the CNP factory.
Not so fast. Our biometric IDs are special goods. Only on offer to special clients. You cotton?
Okay, so you see, you need either Persuasion 50, I think the fact Catherine Mellon said me for it makes me special enough, or Lie 50, the secret of your illicit dealings is safe with me, cross my heart. And basically we are unable to do this, so I'm gonna have to shoot my way through the damn place probably.
1900 7 days a week, then sure. Elsewise, you ought to know I keep a guard sprat named Banshee, and she's real mean.
Yeah, we can take a look at whatever you got. However, I highly doubt I'm gonna be interested in any of these things. I carry around a ton of stuff and we are close to leveling up. And this is why I especially hate replaying this damn thing over and over again. But since we are actually in here,
You seen Arthur today?
I can do few things. So, first of all, we can go and talk to Catherine a bit more, and there are some other quests which we can fulfill.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards.
let's talk about
Sure.
something else. Senjor said you know something about a corporation operating
Might be I know
here.
something about it. Might be someone hired my crew to blind drop supplies on the northern bridge. Might be they sure as shit weren't pirates. Now that I consider it, I ain't heard from my delivery team in far too long. Find them for me, and I'll pay you handsomely.
I'll check it out.
And I'll thank you kindly for it.
Okay, that's enough for now. So the reason why I wanted to do this is that I can go and level up some of these things. Now, unfortunately, my persuasion is just too damn low. Even if I would sink 10 points into the persuasion, I would get only to like, what, 42 with the Lone Master, right? But yeah, I would probably rather go into sneaking, because this way I will be able to move much faster while I'm crouched. So in order for me to show you what I mean, let's go. And you see how I'm crouching, right? It's super slow. Now if we go into the skill and I pump those points into the sneak, if I go into crouch mode, it's much faster. It's much more fluid. And trust me, in the Sisty Big Factory, it's gonna be super convenient for me to try and sneak past a bunch of robots and such. Now, when it comes to the perks, I was thinking what would be a good perk, and I actually found one. And it's this thing, the Hoarder. This thing reduces the weight of the consumables by 50%. And because I keep hauling all this stuff with me, because I still have no idea what do these things do, and just the Raptidon meat each weighs 1 unit of weight, usually there are a lot of Raptidons, so you can carry around stupid quantities of the Raptidon meat, which will basically prevent you from carrying other useful stuff, such as armor, weapons, whatever it might be. So actually I have decided to go with this perk, and then later on I'm gonna go with like the Reaper or something else, because we need 5 perks just in this tier in order for me to get to the better stuff, such as, I don't know, the Super Pack Mule. So that is plus 100 kilograms of carrying capacity and such. So if we take a look at my Maxwell Nubius's carrying capacity, I am currently carrying 98 units of weight, and my max is 130. If I go with the Hoarder, we get down to 76. So this dramatically helps, and I will be able to haul around a bunch of other useful stuff. Now, before we leave, we're gonna actually go around and fulfill a bunch of quests just in the village here, or the town, because I can get a bunch of experience and I can show you some really weird stuff. So, where the heck is it? This is it, the Spratlings. So Nelson Mason's Sprat carriers have gone missing. For a cut of the profit on his dealings operations, he's asked you to locate and retrieve his missing inventory within Fallbrooks. So this is why I want to actually do this, because it's located right inside of the city. And what we can do is go into a small cave which was locked off previously. You are gonna be actually even able to acquire some of these things. Nobody is gonna see you, so some of these are super easy to pick up, but some of these you can just forget about grabbing, because there's just always too many people outside. And we're gonna eventually end up inside of this house which has the vending machine. It just currently it's locked, so we need to first fulfill the section within. the cave, and as you can see, these ones, sure, I can pick up whatever is in them, but to be perfectly honest, we are just too damn exposed, so I tend to avoid this. I tried it, but with how many people are here, it's a suicide, and I really don't want to pay a fee or start shooting the guards. So when we go inside here, we're gonna actually find out that the Raptidons were able to dig their way in, or burrow their way in, and basically this whole cave is now infested with them. So I need to just shoot them up. The plasma carbine is gonna make quick way of them. That is, if I will not get too cocky and not actually let myself get injured by this acid spit. So we're gonna wait for this to clear out. We're gonna be able to pick up that Raptidon meat and hide. And here are all these Spratlings. So unfortunately, they were all killed along with the guards. So we're gonna be able to actually pick up a bunch of these things. Some of them are still gonna be, however, highlighted as being stolen. So if you want to make sure nobody's gonna see you, the doors are actually blocked off, so people will not be able to see inside. So you should be able to clear out everything. Just make sure that you pick up the 5 injections within the 5 bodies that you find here for these sprats. Unfortunately, you will not get any hide out of these boys, but there will be more of them to deal with, and this is why I want to do this quest, because there's gonna be the king of all the sprats within the city of Fallbrooks, and I want to show it to you. And I also want to show you interaction with Mason, because there are some funny options for you, and it's a stupid quantity of experience, and our goal is to keep on leveling up and getting those perks and becoming a even better killing machine. So the cool thing here is I don't have any like stamina bar. I can just press shift and I will just keep on running. So this is fairly awesome. And when we get here, I can talk to Nelson, or whatever I managed to call him.
Did you find them? Tell me you found my my sprat carriers. Would hate should anything dire have befallen them.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Just tell me straight and don't hold back. I can handle it.
Retrieve your drugs, but Raptidons killed the carriers in the cave.
Sprats can always be replaced. Excellent. Oh, this is This is only half! Are you think you can steal from me?
I searched the cave top to bottom. That's all there was.
Search Fallbrook. Either half the Sprats got loose on their own, or there'll be some evidence pointing to the soon-to-be-dead snake who filched my... You want your cut? You get me the rest of my drugs, no matter what it takes.
Okay, so I accidentally pressed space there, which is why his conversation skipped. I'm sorry, I was just adjusting my fat ass on the stool, because I've been recording stuff now for quite a while, and yeah, I'm usually not used to sitting down this much. So we were called the house with the vending machine. The doors are now unlocked, and we can hear a voice from within, and there are sprats all over this place. And inside is the biggest sprat I have seen in the Outer Worlds.
Close the damn door.
Look at this little thingy. Oh my god, you're so cute. And it actually raises its head and spreads its ears, and it gives you the biggest smile ever. Come on, come on. Come on, you can do it. I'm trying to ignore all the crap on the floor. Come on, do it. Do it for the video. Hopefully this time it's gonna work. Don't make me shoot you. Come on. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on, who's a big sprat? Come on. Oh, come on, I'm gonna shoot you, I swear to God. Come on, give me that big goofy smile. Do it. Do it. I can seriously shoot this damn thing. Hopefully the footage did not get somehow screwed up. because I just pressed the save and apparently, yeah, there you go, there you go. Okay, so we're gonna actually interact with this dumbass who never heard of cleaning his floor, and I'm literally standing in fecal matter. There is crap everywhere.
Damn it all. Now look what you done. It'll take me ages to round him up again. State your purpose or get out of my face, domicile intruder.
I'm looking for some missing sprats. You wouldn't have seen any around.
Missing? Nope. Nope. Mine are all found and accounted for. Thank you kindly. Now if that'll be all, I've got an animal rescue service to oversee, and it ain't easy. Lots to do. Got a multitude of sprats to spay and feed.
Yeah, these sprats you stole are drug carriers. I'm here to retrieve the goods.
Look, I don't care if Nelson sent you or not. You won't be hurting a hair on any of these sprats' heads. I've killed vicious beasts for them. I ain't afraid to take on a human. Back out of this domicile, hands up, or become sprat food, intruder.
You've killed vicious animals for them, but you never cleaned your floor for them. Okay, so we have multiple options. Persuade 20, not the best. We're gonna go with the medical because this is gonna give us additional experience. So medicinal 30, no need to vivisection. Sprats possess rapid digestive system.
You want to dig through sprat droppings? Be my guest. Get your drugs, then get lost.
So this alone will let me dig through the feces of these little things which I usually shoot on the spot. And because the idiot is actually behind the wall, I'm able to go through his stuff and take whatever I can. So there are some mods and some credits or what you want to call them. And yeah, this is basically the biggest sprat ever. Who's a little piggy? Oh my god, it's so cute. I want to get one for the ship. However, if it craps like this, then I don't want to take it for the ship. So now we're gonna be able to fulfill another quest, and we did not even have to leave the city of Fallbrooks. And we're gonna get like 8,000 experience for this alone. I think it's like 8,000 something, but yeah, I mean... yeah, I've done this quest way too many times. I really hope I won't have to go through crap again, because otherwise I'm done.
Got the goods? Because I know you wouldn't be wasting my time otherwise. Wink.
So the fun thing here is that actually you can punch him for him saying wink. So we can go and do that.
Ow! What was that for?
Wink at me one more time, I dare you.
No, I wouldn't dream of it, really. Wink.
Punch him in the other eye.
Ow! Oh, for the love of... I thought we were joking! If this swells shut, I swear I'll... Nothing. I am not gonna do nothing. Don't punch me again. Please and thank you. Though, you put that mean right hook to good use getting my drugs, and I'll be more than happy.
Yeah, I've got your drugs.
You do? I mean, you do. Of course you do. What did I tell you? Sure-fire delivery system. Works almost every time.
Yeah, that's great. Now pay me.
Right. In my excitement, I very nearly forgot. Ha. As promised, your cut, plus a little extra to show my gratitude. Now, if there's nothing else you need from me, I must go inventory my goods.
And that's it. Was a pleasure doing business with you and punching you in the eyes. So yeah, 8,400 experience just for going through some crap. And seriously, I wanna go and bring the guy some mop or something, bucket with water. Cause god damn it, I did some cleaning this weekend and like, I hate the floor which I have in my room. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one who chose the color, the previous owner did, and I did not want to spend another month waiting for the apartment to be ready, so I kept it as is, and when I'm done washing my floor, I can start all over again, because I can see all the smears across the floor, or whatever I stepped on. It's a terrible shade. I swear to god, the lady who owned the apartment pissed me off with this so damn much, but yeah, speaking of that idiot, definitely try to avoid him afterwards. So, since we are here, we're gonna be able to do other quests. So Catherine obviously wants us to do the 60 picks factory. Now, there are multiple things. So, the LTVT gas, first of all, is located over here. We have the option to go to Cascadia, and this was the place where we actually first landed on this planet. Now, unfortunately, the entire part of this village or town is completely infested with raptidons, what was the word? Rabbit spratlings and manticores. And the entire outside zone here is also infested with manticores. The bridge which leads to the town, or the part of the town which has the LTVT gas, that is completely surrounded by a bunch of bandits. They have robots, they have everything. And inside of the factory is the bunch of manticores. And yes, probably at this point you are wondering, man, how many times did you replay this section? A lot. I can tell you a lot. This is why I'm really hoping that this time the footage will actually work out well. And I think this should be the 60 pick factory, and we're gonna come across a whole lot of other stuff which is in the surrounding area. The bridge which Catherine has sent us to is located over here, so we're gonna actually go and we're gonna pick up that quest. And yeah, that's this. And that's gonna send us over there. So we're gonna be able to do this quest super fun, super early, super easily, super fast, get a bunch of stuff out of it. So let's go ahead and do this. And also there's a bunch of manticores in the process of doing so. And we're gonna also come across some more characters that I can interact with. So what I want to do is run up that hill, because we have multiple options on how we can approach this. If I go through this way, I'm going to have much harder time dealing with the manticores which have infested the road. So I'm going to take this way under these mushroom trees, or what should I call them. And there's going to be a bunch of manticores here, and this is why I swear it would be awesome if there would be throwable weapons. It's seriously missing. And I really love the effects of the wind blowing through that rock over there. It's like creating this dust tunnel or something. So here we have the swarm. We can dispose of the swarm fairly easily. However, the Mantiqueen and all the other creatures which are gonna pop up, it's gonna be much more difficult. And if you take too much damage here, you can actually get a weakness, or at least the game keeps triggering one for me specifically. And it's not a weakness, it's the flaw, and I just don't want to take the flaw. I'm sorry. So let's try to take care of this thing, because it keeps spawning the swarm. I have plenty of ammo to keep spamming shots. I don't really have to be that accurate. However, the plasma shots certainly do hurt a lot. So that takes care of the Mantiqueen. And this is why you can probably understand why I really don't want to deal with too many manticores out in the open. Because, man, they can surely kick a punch. So there's going to be some more drones, I think, left behind. And there is also one character, Weston Sloan, who is like a traveling merchant for the game. And basically, there's this quest which we have picked up. I'm not really sure even at this point if we already finished it or not, because I have been replaying this section for so many times, it's all just a blur for me. Okay, so this is the quest. Basically, a mother is looking for a guy who left the town, and he has actually joined a cult or something. It looks like a church of Scientology or something weird like that. And Weston Sloan is basically a part of that place, and we're gonna eventually be able to get there. But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I still need to clear out the infestation here. So I'm actually using the... Oh, come on. Play nice. I'm using the carbine because it just deals the best damage to just about anything. At least so far I have not come across a better weapon. And also there's this fun thing where I can charge in the shot and it just deals more damage, but then you are losing the fast shooting capabilities. And sometimes it's better to spray and pray rather than take the proper aim. But yeah, there are some dead bandits, so you can take some stuff because apparently the whole operation here where the drop-off was supposed to take place was ambushed, so that is why there are corpses everywhere and manticores have infested this place. But first, let's go talk to Sloan, because this way we can get him appearing all over the map.
Well now, here I thought those mantisaurs had peacefully exited the premises. But you're a simpler explanation. Thanks for the assistance. Name's Weston. Every once in a while I set up shop along these here roads. You find yourself in need of resupply, you come on by. Care to purchase a thing or two?
So we can take a look over what he is carrying. He has some stuff, but I'm not that overall interested in whatever he's got because I just have better stuff overall. So yeah, there are some sissy pigs and some other stuff which we can get, but I really don't need any of this. So theoretically, I can just go ahead and sell a bunch of junk to free up that space. And I can also theoretically repair the carbine because it's at 75%. And that's about it. So the drop-off point was supposed to happen here on the bridge. Unfortunately, the bridge got destroyed. There are manticores on the other side. So if we would have to get there, I would have to like go back down and follow this road and then get under the bridge. That is, however, not necessary. I was able to actually figure out that you can even go... I'm gonna save up here just so that I don't screw up. So far the recording looks fine, and unfortunately sometimes still is if the Elgato card is capturing this footage, like 1/5 of the right side of the screen flips to the left side and stuff like that. So I'm really trying to be careful here. And we're gonna try to use these rocks to slowly and carefully slide down without taking any damage. And this saves me a ton of time. I can get to the drop-off point, I can investigate, and it's gonna lead me over there to like a hidden passage or bunker. So let's go and examine this. A trail of blood leads away from the auto loader. So before I follow this trail of blood, I'm just gonna pick up whatever it is that I can here. There are a bunch of bits, there are some supplies, there's ammo. So let's go ahead and grab that. We're gonna take everything we can. We can break apart the bits and pieces from the armor and weapons. And we're gonna keep on following this blood, and seriously, if one person would bleed this much, he would be dead. But this is future, so I don't know, maybe humans have twice as much blood because this place has thicker atmosphere or I don't know, something. Evolution. So once we get down here, this place is basically infested with like these sensory traps and bunch of mines. And this is what I don't understand. There are a bunch of mines in this game, but you cannot lay them down. So that is super annoying. So anyhow, our goal here is to clear out all these things and make our way to the survivor. Now, if you clear out some of these things, you are actually able to kill the sprats. You can pick up the hide, you can pick up the sentry saber, or whatever the helmet is there. It's not really that great, to be perfectly honest. And yeah, basically I'm gonna probably break down these things because I have only 94 parts for armor. And I was actually thinking that this is gonna go to like Parvati or someone, because that is my second best armor. And I'm not really sure if I will give this to Vicar Max or not, but yeah. We have now more parts, so theoretically if there is too much damage done to my armor, I should be perfectly able to deal with it. Now, when it comes to these sensors, you can actually disable them by shooting these small engines, or whatever these things are, and that's gonna basically shut them down. And our survivor is located over there, but first I want to clear out all of this. Kill the little sprats here, pick up the hide so that we have more stuff to sell. And the advantage of this quest is the fact that anything that you come across down here is actually not going to be considered being stolen. So even when it's super close to the survivor, you can pick up whatever he has there, and it's going to actually not trigger any negative response from him.
Stay back. I may be wounded, but I'm still armed. How'd you get past my traps anyway?
So once again, multiple options. I've got moves. Forget about that. What are you doing in this cave? You call those traps? I've seen nanner peels that were more dangerous. So I usually went with I've got moves, then he's gonna make remark, he's got bullets. Let's go with forget about that. What are you doing in this cave?
Hiding from the marauders that hit us, obviously. Now your turn.
Medical 35. This is the best option, so I'm gonna go with this because this is gonna give us, once again, experience.
That feels a mite better. Wish I had something to give you, but I gnawed through my last Spratwurst an hour ago.
And we can now tell him that Catherine told me some of her couriers had gone missing out here.
Nice to know she cares. Catherine had us making drops for some big shot client out here. And before you ask, I don't know who they are. Or were. The whole point of making drops in the middle of nowhere was to keep their identity and whereabouts a secret.
Okay, you think they're dead?
The marauders knew we were coming. Rigged the bridge with explosives and everything. If they found us, my guess is they found the client too.
Okay, where did the marauders go? This is what I want to know.
Last I saw, they were heading back up the hill. You'll see it on the right when you get out of here. If you got the sand to go after him, I'm sure Catherine can reward you for your trouble. Me? I'm headed back to Fallbrook, just as soon as I've caught my breath.
So the reason why I want to pick up this option as to where did they go is because we can actually go to the regional section, and this is going to lead us to a laboratory. And this laboratory is also connected to the quest from... where is it? I swear to God, it's somewhere in here. You gotta kill me. I cannot find it, but basically, we have to go to that place in order to find out what the corporation is up to. And as I said, all of these things are actually not going to be considered you stealing. So you can go totally bonkers and just take everything. And there's a whole lot of stuff, from a bunch of ammunition. Seriously, I have never had this much of an abundance of ammo in this type of a game before. Like, sometimes, at least, like, Fallout made it a bit more difficult, and you, for example, had to pick up the Scrounger perk or something in order for you to actually come across some ammo. But here, ammo is just all over the damn place. Sometimes even the animals which you kill actually look like they eat the boxes with ammo or something. So, yeah. The fun thing is that if I were to return to Catherine now, that would be part of the quest done, but what I want to do is actually go and see where the marauders did go to, because this way we can get the proof or the evidence that the corporations are on this planet despite the fact that they have blacklisted the town and yada yada yada. So yeah, let's go ahead and we need to follow this pathway up here. I need to reload this weapon. And basically, I'm going to be utilizing the sniper rifle once I get there. There aren't any enemies until we get over here. And once we get there, there's going to be this fun section. So, what I usually find out is no matter how much I sneak, crouch, or whatever, the problem here is... if I manage to sneak past that pesky manticore, I don't want to shoot it from behind. It's not going to have the same effect. If I can sneak past this thing, it would be awesome. That's a big, big bug. Come on. Stop teasing. Dealing with these swarms, not the biggest problem. They're kind of tricky to pull off some of these shots, but honestly, the plasma weapons usually work perfectly fine. There ain't that many of these things anyhow. So, here's the thing. Whenever I get to the space, they have captured the scientists, and they are basically stuck over there. They just haven't rendered yet by those barrels. I don't know why they haven't rendered as of yet. But there are a couple of guards roaming around. Why haven't these guys loaded in yet? And they will... yeah, now they are there. So basically, they will have these weird arguments. Like, we should have not been making fun of your outfits and such.
You don't have to do this.
But whenever I get too damn close, they just go ahead and blow up. Those canisters, so I wasn't so far ever able to save these idiots. So
Look, I didn't mean what I said about your outfit. It's very fashionable, I swear.
you see, whenever this sentence is uttered, it's game over. So I think you cannot really save them. I've tried multiple times. I just honestly don't give a rat's ass anymore. So inside of this facility has bunch of heavy marauders inside, so we're gonna try to clear them out. Also, there's this blocked off passage, and I think we can actually unlock it. So let's see if I can actually pull that off right now, or if I will need some key. So we can unseal the doors, and wrong key, haha, hee. And basically, once we open this thing, we are able to move to another section of the map here by this massive water crevice or whatever the heck it is supposed to be. So we're gonna return back because we need to clear out this place, and we need to find the proof that the corporation is running research on this forsaken place. So let's go ahead, climb up this ladder. And I don't think anything within the base is going to be considered as being a stolen item. And hell, even if it will be, who is going to be there to tell me otherwise? So I think you aren't able to save them because there's just no proper way for you to climb up there. So probably whenever you get here, it's like a scripted sequence. And unfortunately, you got to do what you got to do. In my case, it's killing a bunch of marauders. I'm trying to be careful on how I do this so that I don't take too many shots from the So heavy armor or not heavy armor, it doesn't matter. I'm just afraid I'm gonna trigger the weakness or the, what's it called? Flaw, because I was burning up for so long. So we're gonna be able to pick up quite a lot of things here, and this was the key card which I required for a terminal that is located downstairs. So we're gonna have to pick that up. And I'm still kind of like trying to figure out, if you go to the locker, if you would like look at the different sections, if there is a possibility to come across a different loot. But I'm starting to think maybe it's not. There's some cartridge, so let's pick that up. Whatever we find here, let's take it. I don't think there are any marauders downstairs. No, I don't want to fast travel. Come on, stop it. So I want to actually break apart these things so that I have spare parts for the armor. No, I wanted to break apart this thing too. And weapons. We have a ton of weapons here, which I really don't need. So let's free up that carrying capacity. This is gonna allow me to carry a bunch of more useful stuff eventually. I'm gonna probably store some of these things at the ship once I get there. And when we get down here, there's gonna be a bunch of more dead scientists, bunch of more lockers, a plasma rifle. This is one weird looking plant. We can open these doors to get outside, and here is that terminal to which we need to get. After we loot all of these goodies, there's a bunch of money, so let's grab that. And here is another science weapon. So I really hope this time I will be able to unlock it, and since I picked up that key up on that table, I'm going to be able to unlock the gloop gun containment unit, and answer protect the chairman, I think works. No, it's one of these things. Evaluate the employees. One of these responses works to get it unlocked. Son of a beeswax, seriously. Research data. Is it in one of these research logs that I need to find the info? I'm not gonna read all of this. I'm just sorry. I've been playing this so many times. It's not even funny anymore. I don't have the necessary hack. Okay, correct response registered. So this thing should get freaking unlocked. What the hell? Come on, this is gonna be like second science weapon I ever came across in my playthrough so far. And I haven't been able to use it so far. Okay, continue. We have other 3 options. Okay, so apparently there is some way to trigger this, but yeah. We get a gloop gun. I haven't had the chance to test this thing out yet. The shrink ray, we know how it works. It's super weird, and I'm not really that much of a huge fan. So I'm not going to be screwing around with it, but gloop gun, maybe if there's going to be a bunch of robots or something, might be able to use it. Now the other structures here are actually signed as evicted, so we will not be able to get inside, which is a shame. But still, we're going to be able to loot a bunch of things here. You can actually even go up here where one of these snipers was located. So we are able to take whatever he had inside of him. Or loot him. Whichever way you want to call it, doesn't matter. We cracked our foot here, unfortunately. And I think we just finished a quest for Catherine regarding the missing shipment. So that is the first section, and also up there in that terminal we are going to be able to pick up a proof that the corporations are working here. So let's see if I can actually get that thing done. This is just your crapper, so you're not gonna find that many jewels here unless someone did not flush. Okay, so we're gonna pick up everything that is here, all the bypass shunts. And when we get here, we can go to either research data and we can have the transfer files to external tape. So Project Lorem Ipsum shall result in a potent, mostly non-lethal crowd control gas for use against rioting, agitated, or excessively numerous crowds. Basically, they are using these sulfur pockets in order to make some tear gas. And when we pick this thing up, we are able to basically drop it off and prove that there is a monarch presence and give it to Sanjar at the town. Alternate project, we can go and hack with 20 points, and these are some additional names. So yeah, there is a bunch of text. I'm not really that keen on reading it, just because I've played through this section for like 6 times, and seriously, going through those droppings and everything, it's just no longer fun for me. So yeah, let's go and drop off these things and get our rewards. So we can either get reward from Sanjar, or we can go and where is it? Am I seriously blind or something? I'm missing the quest, but we're gonna go to Fallbrooks. And by speaking to Catherine, we're gonna be able to fulfill this quest. So let's just go ahead and speak to her. How is it that the entire town is not covered in crap, since the spreads are still outside? We're gonna be able to talk to Catherine.
How's Clive? I do hope you gave him my regards.
So, I haven't dealt with Clive yet. Let's talk about something else.
Sure.
The marauders who killed your supply runners got what they deserve. And we can also go and do this. Took care of your little drug running problem.
Funny, you don't look like Nelson Mason. Funnier still, I wasn't aware of an existing problem.
He tried to cut costs by using sprats instead of auto loaders for transport. I'll take my fee for services rendered all the same, deducted from his wages.
I'll get the full report from Nelson, and his head on an iron spike as needed. His schemes rarely pan out, and I'm reaching the end of my benevolent understanding. This latest one, let me guess, it involved blood and guts and fur in places that don't merit mention. Well, you got my begrudging gratitude for cleaning the mess.
And the marauders who killed your supply runners got what they deserved.
See, this is why I like you, fella. You make exchanging blood and bits so damn delightful.
And that's about it for now. So we have obtained cartridges. Hopefully we're gonna get some experience out of this. No experience? Okay, what a shame. So that is that, and we can still go to the large town if we switch to region and go to Stellar Bay. And we are gonna pick up the quest for Sanjar, the one which I was previously unable to find. And we're gonna prove that the corporations are on Monarch.
Thank you again for retrieving the bolt. It's every bit as complex as I'd heard, but I'm up to the challenge. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I found the data cartridge with the details of UDL's secret experiments.
Excellent timing on your part. I worked my fingers to nubs, but I've finally completed the Bolt 52 form. I dare say it will be my second greatest achievement after the reformations.
You're getting ahead of yourself again.
So I am. Do you have this cartridge?
Okay, so we can give it to him. Here you go. Not so fast. What are these reformations you're talking about?
I'm working on a plan to reorganize the board. Slowly, peacefully, and with meticulous documentation. But that all comes later. First, I need to submit the Bolt 52. With that data you're holding, of course.
Oh, did I say I had the data cartridge? That's just what I called my left nut. That's still funny. Come to think of it, maybe I don't. Okay, so we can give him the UDL.
I knew there was something going on. This is exactly the proof we need. The board will have to welcome us back now. I'll transmit this data along with the completed Bolt 52 right away. After that, we'll sit back and quietly wait for the board to respond.
That means no more broadcasts from us.
Okay, so I think that's it for now. 15,000 experience just for doing this quest. Pretty damn decent. You get a bunch of other experience along the way. And yeah, I think I'm gonna cut off the episode here because it's over an hour right now, and I'm just really hoping that this time the footage is not totally corrupted and it's gonna be usable. However, I did try the Elgato to capture like Assassin's Creed or Doom, so it worked there. So hopefully it's not the Unreal Engine or the game itself. Maybe I'm gonna have to reinstall it or something, who knows. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you did enjoy it. I do apologize for the lack of joy from my end, but I had to go through the Sprat turds 5 times already, so there's no fun in that. So hopefully you did like it. If you have any tips for me, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I, however, have still not finished off the game, so please no spoilers. I would appreciate that. If you want to know what the channel is up to, the best way to do so is to subscribe. I publish content on a weekly basis. I do playthroughs, discussions, guides, whatever I manage to put together. So the best way to find out is to hit the notification bell so you get the newly added content. And yeah, I'm gonna wish you a pleasant rest of the day. Hopefully you are staying safe, and I will see you in those comments or at the next one. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now. Seriously, if I'm gonna have to go through the Sprat turds again, I'm just gonna freaking stop doing this. Why would I want to punish myself even more? You know? But hopefully the Elgato has pulled it off for me this time. And like I said, if you want to know how I fixed it, let me know. Maybe I will make a guide for it.